All right, today is March 9, 2023. This is the meeting of the Kubernetes Storage Special Interest Group. As a reminder, this meeting is public, recorded, and posted on YouTube. Today on the agenda, we're going to go over the 127 planning. And if you have anything you'd like to discuss, whether it's PRs that you want to get attention for, designs that need review, or anything else, please feel free to add it to the agenda. In terms of 127 planning, the next upcoming milestone is on March 14th, coming up fairly quickly, which is code freeze. And so we're going to go through the current items that we're tracking for the 127 release and get status updates on those. So I'm going to switch over to our planning spreadsheet, add a column here for the current date. And we can get started. First item we have is from Hemant. I don't know if he's on the line.
I'm here.
Hello. So first item is recovering from resize failures, open APIs to unblock QoS.
Yeah, so I have PRs open for that updates the API to newer versions, like removing the resize status enum string and creates a map. So I would welcome any reviews. It's being tracked accurately, but I'm still waiting on reviews.
Awesome. Thank you, Hemant. Next is issues related to assuming volumes are mount points. Anyone have an update on this? I'm not sure if Jing is on the line. Okay.
I think the last thing that is left on this one is the reconstruction, assumes things are mount point, and there's a PR out to remove that code. Once that is done, I think we can close that. Once that PR merges, then I think we can close this as done.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Thank you, Hemant. Next is volume group API, Xing.
Right, so we're trying to cut a CSS spec release. Do you think we are in agreement here? Can we?
I think I have no concerns from my end. I was waiting for you and James to see if you all are okay moving forward.
Yeah, I think he has given +1 this morning. I see he.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so I think we should be fine. Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, then I will go ahead and plan to cut today.
Okay, great. Yeah, so we do have some follow-up actions just to take a look of the script change. I've moved to GitHub Actions. I don't know if that has affected this, the comparison of the generated output. I don't know what happened there. So we'll take a look at that. Yeah. And also, in addition to the CSS spec release, we also have the API definitions PR merged, and work is in progress to write the controller and a sample CSI driver implementation.
Awesome. This is, I think, the flagship feature for this release. So thank you for pushing it, Xing.
Thanks.
All right. Next up is provision volumes from cross namespace snapshot, PVC continue alpha work. Any updates on this one?
No, I haven't seen anything here. I'll go ahead and ping the feature owner to double check if they're gonna have time to work on the remaining items.
Sounds good. Thank you, Michelle. Next up, we have CSI volume health, additional metrics and or events. Anything new on this one?
No, unfortunately not. I have not seen the ET test being updated. It's still work in progress.
Got it. Oops. Okay. Next we have change block tracking. This was designed for this cycle. Anything new here?
Yeah, we still are having design discussions on this. There is a new approach that we are discussing. So we're going to do some POCs and continue with that.
Got it. Cool. Sounds like good progress. Thank you. Next, we have new RWO access mode being moved to beta. Michelle, any updates on this one?
I think the feature is pretty much ready to go. All the PRs are in, and the doc and the blog PRs are placeholders are opened.
Awesome. Sounds like this is pretty much done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we have a status almost done.
I think we can say make this one green and leave this one yellow.
Sure.
All right, cool. Thank you, Michelle. Next is runtime assisted mounting. I think this is the same as last time. I haven't seen any updates on the CSI spec side for this one, so copy that over. Next, we have CSI proxy for Windows transition to privileged containers out of tree. Any update on this? Okay, I'm going to mark this one as no update. Moving on, we have node expansion secret. So I think last status here was end-to-end test and review. Anything new here?
I think the test is merged.
Nice.
But I think we need more. There's just one test.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Shing. Next is SE Linux relabeling using mount options, CSI driver API change. The last status was we'll need to move FeatureGate to beta. Anyone know the status of this, Jan?
Yeah, so today I submitted actually the PR to flip it to beta, the FeatureGate, and I submitted also a few end-to-end tests that I promised in the lab.
Awesome. Thank you, Jan. Next, we have CSI migration related things. So remove entry GCE. This is a placeholder for 128, so we'll skip that. We have remove entry AWS EBS. Anything new on this one?
Yeah, you can mark this one as complete. The PR for it was merged.
Nice. Awesome.
So the SIG cloud provider is fine removing clouds with the FeatureGate, with their FeatureGate being alpha.
Can you repeat the question, Jan?
Like last time we discussed that SIG cloud provider, they have their own FeatureGate to remove the cloud providers, and it's still alpha. And it seems it's okay to remove cloud providers without graduating that feature to GA. It works for me. I'm just a bit surprised.
Got it. Does anybody have any more information on that?
Yeah, so I attended the SIG cloud provider meeting, and they were okay with removing it as part of that PR. So yeah, I also found it a bit surprising, but we decided to move forward with that.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Cool. Thank you both. So next one is just for tracking. We'll skip over that to remove entry Azure disk. Any updates on that one?
I didn't see any PRs.
Oh, he did submit a PR. There was a PR submitted by Andy.
Okay, sorry.
It should be reviewed. Let me find that. I'll tag you there.
Cool. Thank you for the update. We'll skip over the next because we uncommitted to them for this cycle. Next is control volume conversion between source and target PVC. I think the remaining work here was docs and blog. Any changes here?
Yeah, that's still the same. Yeah, the placeholder PR is submitted for the blog.
Got it. Cool. Thank you, Sheng. Next is actually, let me put this as almost done. Okay, next is better default storage class, GA and 128 tracking work. This was just for tracking, so okay, let's skip that. And robust volume manager reconstruction.
So the feature has been flipped to beta. Well, not flipped, it was introduced as beta. And I have one PR pending SIG node review. I am adding some metrics to their code and I need their approval, which is hard to get actually.
Got it.
So yeah, I'm pinging people, we'll see. In the worst case, we will not have the metrics and we will have the feature gate as beta.
Interesting. Michelle, do we have someone from SIG node who might be able to help here?
This is for reviewing the reconstruction change?
Correct.
No. Reviewing the metrics for, or, you know, we have these log messages or fanpod found because, but could not remove the directory because of blah, blah, blah. So I did metric for that. So we don't need to grab logs. We can look at the metric.
Okay. I can find some node folks to take a look.
That would be nice. I will send it to the chat.
All right, thank you both. Next is PV last phase transition time. Looks like KEP was merged, but no updates since. Anything new here? Okay, mark that as no update. All right, the next set are co-owned between SIG storage and other SIGs. First, we have address issue PVC created by stateful set will not be auto-removed. No update last time. Is Matt Carey on the line or anybody have an update on this? Hey, Matt.
Yep. Hey, I'm here. Sorry, another picture there. So the so I'm trying to summarize. The issue has been getting the end-to-end tests working. It doesn't seem feasible to use kind, so the plan is to do a manual run of the GCE end-to-end tests with the mutation detector enabled, and see if we can deploy the PDCSI driver with the cloud provider GCP end-to-end tests, so that when this is beta, it will be tested. If we can get this test stuff sorted out, then we should be good to enable the feature gate, which is the last PR that needs to be done. So I'm trying to get this done now before the freeze next week.
Got it. Sounds like a complicated set of tests. Thank you for working on that, Matt.
Yeah.
Next is volume expansion for stateful sets. We haven't had an update here for a while. Hemant, do you have anything here maybe?
No, nothing today. I'll try to find some time to review the KEP.
No worries. Thank you. Final item here is non-graceful node shutdown. Oh, this was for tracking, so we can skip over this. Okay. I think we are done with status updates. I'll go back to our agenda doc. Looks like we have one miscellaneous item. K8s GCRIO is deprecated, moved to registry.k8s.io. There are significant image pulls for AWS driver, no driver registrar, liveness probe. Who posted this?
This is me. Sorry, I forgot to put my name.
No worries. Go for it, Michelle.
Yeah. So the Kubernetes infra folks are, trying to get people to switch from the deprecated k8s.gcr.io to the registry.k8s.io and trying to get users to stop using the old one. they did a recent, I guess, analysis, and they found that these 3 images are like top 10 images being pulled. I think they're trying to figure out how to best deal with this. I think the 2 approaches they're looking at is either just straight up deleting the images, or they're trying to look at implementing some sort of redirection. But yeah, I think either way, both of them have the potential to break users. So yeah, I think this is just a FYI that everyone should be moving off of these registries.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the important note there, Michelle. Call out for everybody on the call. If you are aware of the usage of any of these, please try to take action on these as soon as possible.
I believe we have like tried to update all the documentation everywhere already. So I'm suspecting these are just like, you know, people running older versions of the driver and haven't upgraded yet.
Got
For
it.
what it's worth. Wait, can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it wasn't letting my name. Yeah, for what it's worth, over at the AWS EVS CSI driver, we're aware of this. We have a warning at the top of our README and in previous release notes, telling people that it's possibly going to go away. But obviously, if you develop a CSI driver here, you very likely, presumably, use the node driver registrar or liveness probe. So, worth making sure that you don't have any instructions floating around or manifests using the old images. But we've been warning people for as long as we have been aware of this issue, and unfortunately, some people's clusters might break eventually if it gets cut off. But if that's what they have to do to save the money for the infrastructure, that's what they have to do. We've tried to warn people for as much as possible.
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think, from most of our sidecars and also the drivers, we've already updated the manifest and documentation. So it's really a matter of people sort of upgrading and getting off of the old usage.
So, Michelle, I think there's one thing we need to check is when we cut the release, we have this container location. I don't think we went back there and changed that. Some of those are still the old location. So like
I see.
the driver
You mean our
register.
notes.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, we might need to go back and update all our old release notes.
Yeah,
that's a good
I
point.
can. Yeah, I can take a look at that.
Cool. Thank you for the follow-up there, Shane. Good call out. Any other questions, comments, concerns related to this? Okay, if there's nothing else, we can end early today and give you all about 40 minutes back. Thank you, everyone.
You.
Thank you, Saad.
Thanks.